Masanori Murakami. That name is significant in baseball history because on September 1st, 1964, he became the first Japanese to play in the major leagues. Masanori entered in the 8th inning as a reliever for the Giants and gave up a single, but struck out the side. The significance of that day is felt decades later as the major leagues have benefited from the Japanese changing the American game forever. In this video, we will discuss the top 10 Japanese players to play in the MLB, so stick around to the end to see the secret fandom of a former Yankees pitcher.
Number 10, Hisashi Iwakuma.
Iwakuma came on the radar of American teams after shrugging off years of injury and producing a dominant 2008 season by notching 21 wins, winning the MVP and the Saramura Award as Japan's top starting pitcher. Iwakuma carried his success internationally at the Second World Baseball Classic held in 2009 as Japan won the championship. In 2012, Iwakuma joined the Seattle Mariners as a free agent. As a rookie, Iwakuma split time as a starter and reliever. He entered the rotation in 2013 and enjoyed the best season of his MLB career, notching a 14-6 record and 2.66 ERA. Iwakuma made the All-Star team and finished third in AL Cy Young voting. Hisashi made 28 starts in 2014 and tallied a 15-9 record with a 3.52 ERA. Iwakuma played 3 more healthy years before a shoulder injury in 2017 ended his time in Seattle. Overall, he started 136 games and posted a 63-39 record with a career 3.42 ERA. However, Iwakuma will be remembered for his heroics in August 2015 against the Baltimore Orioles when he threw the 5th no-hitter in Mariners history and the 2nd Japanese player behind another player on this list.
Hisashi Iwakuma! Iwakuma being mobbed out at the mound, the 5th no-hitter in Mariners history. Hisashi Iwakuma has done it.
Number 9, Kazuhiro Sasaki.
Sasaki starred in Japan as he was named the 1998 MVP of the Central League. After attracting interest, he made his debut in 2000. Sasaki joined a bullpen that had been one of the worst in the major league, and during his rookie year, won the closer job from a floundering Jose Mesa. Kazuhiro won the AL Rookie of the Year honors in 2000, posting a 3.16 ERA with 37 saves, and at 32 years old, became the 2nd oldest winner of the award. Sasaki backed up his effort with all-star selections in 2001 and 2002 while collecting a combined 82 saves in those 2 seasons. Sasaki notched 10 saves in his final year in the MLB to end his career with 129. Sasaki's outpitch, a devastating split-fingered fastball that drops when arriving at home plate, was nicknamed the Thang by a Mariners radio announcer. Kazuhiro unfortunately left the Mariners before the last year of his contract in 2004, giving up $8.5 million, citing his desire to be with his family in Japan. Yet, during his 4 MLB seasons, Kazuhiro Sasaki had the baseball, that thing, moving and sitting hitters down.
The 0-2, swing and a miss! Dan Wilson hangs on! The Seattle Mariners have tied the 1906 Chicago Cubs with win number 116.
Number 8, Hiroki Kuroda.
When you hear the name Hiroki Kuroda, it should be the thought model of consistency. In 2008, Kuroda was picked up by the Los Angeles Dodgers and pitched 7 perfect innings against the Atlanta Braves before allowing a double to Mark Teixeira to lead off the 8th inning in July. Kuroda became the first rookie pitcher since Oral Hershiser in 1984 to take a perfect game into the 8th inning. He was stellar in October, pitching 12 innings in 2 starts, getting 2 wins while giving up 2 runs. After 3 years with the Dodgers, Kuroda later moved to the Yankees for 3 years, and his career continued being a model of consistency with his ERA between 3.07 and 3.76 ERA during all 7 years of service. Yes, the man was Mr. Consistent.
There for strike 3 call. First of the night for Kuroda.
Number 7, Koji Urahara.
Koji made it into the big leagues when the then 34-year-old signed a 2-year, $10 million deal with the Baltimore Orioles in January 2009. Koji started 12 games for the Baltimore Orioles with modest success, but switched to the bullpen where he became a stud from 2010 to 2012. While with Baltimore and Texas, Urahara had a 2.36 ERA across 145 appearances as a reliever. In 2013, Urahara had one of the best seasons for a reliever with a 1.09 .49 ERA, .56 whip, and retiring 37 hitters in a row, falling 4 outs short of the record. Urahara earned MVP honors in the 2013 American League Championship Series and recorded the final out of the World Series. Hearing that Fenway roar and Koji on the mound was a real goosebumps moment as the Red Sox moved from worst to first. Koji later pitched for the Cubs for a season and finished his MLB career with the best strikeout to walk ratio, 7.94 in history among qualified relievers.
Number 6, Yu Darvish.
When you think of Darvish, think about his array of pitches at his disposal. The right-hander allegedly has 11 offerings in his arsenal, and in 2020, he declared his latest invention of a pitch was the Supreme. Despite controversies in Japan, Darvish was a dominant pitcher, winning the Eiji Sadamura Award for the best pitcher in Japan, a 2-time Gold Glove winner, and was named a 5-time NPB All-Star selection. In 2012, the Texas Rangers paid a record fee to sign the talented pitcher. Darvish has had an up-and-down career because of a rough history in the postseason. However, there are positives, including being a 4-time All-Star, leading the AL in strikeouts in 2013 with 277, finishing second in Cy Young voting, and being the fastest pitcher in MLB history to reach 500 and 1,000 strikeouts. Now pitching for the Padres, Darvish can still add to his resume and change the narrative as opposed to most of the players on this list.
2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Darvish strikes out Listella to start the night.
Number 5, Masahiro Tanaka.
Two qualities that will define Tanaka are his drive to achieve perfection and his composure under pressure. In 2013, his last season in Japan, he had an undefeated record, ending the regular season with a 24-0 record and a 1.27 ERA. In the postseason, he was 6-1, with his only loss coming in Game 6 of the 2013 Japan series, when he had a 160-pitch complete game. Yes, you heard that right, 160. He avenged that loss as he picked up the save in the decisive Game 7 as his team won the title. Unreal. In 2014, the Yankees jumped at the opportunity to sign Tanaka, signing him to a mammoth 7-year contract worth $155 million. Tanaka repaid the Yankees' faith right away in his rookie season by posting a 13-5 record with a 2.77 ERA. From 2014 to 16, Tanaka had a 39-16 record with a 3.12 ERA, with 445 strikeouts to only 84 walks. What makes Tanaka special is his postseason record. After the 2019 playoffs, Tanaka became the first pitcher ever to allow 2 or fewer runs in his first 7 postseason starts, beating the record of a legendary fellow named Sandy Koufax. Tanaka has the second lowest ERA among Yankees pitchers to have at least 40 postseason innings, behind Mariano Rivera. Yes, Tanaka Ben had ice in his veins, and it is the reason why he is high on our list.
Fun fact.
In Japan, Tanaka was an avid fan of Mamoru Clover Z, a popular female idol group, and uses multicolored gloves that represent the group's iconic colors for practice. Even his cheering goods had his name depicted in those 5 colors, and their song was used as his warm-up song. Yeah, don't be fooled by Tanaka's serious demeanor. The man loved a group that could be viewed as the Spice Girls of Japan.
Number 4, Hideo Nomo.
Nomo can be considered the pioneer or trailblazer for all the Japanese stars to come and play Major League Baseball. After Murakami became the first Japanese player in the bigs, it took nearly 30 years for the second. Nomo was an instant hit in the MLB for the Dodgers. The trademark tornado delivery that baffled batters in Japan had the same effect on Major League hitters, and he led the league in strikeouts in 1995 and was second with a 2.54 ERA. Nomo was named NL Rookie of the Year. He continued his brilliance by striking out 233 hitters in his sophomore season, capped off by a no-hitter thrown in Denver against the Rockies. Nomo's no-hitter remains the only one in Coors Field history. Nomo struggled in 1998 through 2000 and became a journeyman, playing for 5 teams in that period. He bounced back with the Red Sox in 2001 by pitching a no-hitter in his debut for the club, becoming the 4th player in baseball history to have thrown a no-hitter in both leagues. Nomo led the AL in strikeouts for the first time and returned to the Dodgers the following season, posting a 16-6 record, 193 strikeouts, and a 3.39 ERA. Injuries and fatigue ended his career, but Nomo paved the way for future generations.
That young man from Japan, Hideo Nomo, second career no-hitter. First time, did it as a member of the LA Dodgers. Oh yeah, you know he's the Heineken star of the game.
Number 3, Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani is so good that he reminds people of what one player in history did, and his name is Babe Ruth. Shohei has revolutionized the sport, and kids dream of the possibility of being a two-way star in the major leagues. Ohtani ended his first major league season in 2018 by winning the Rookie of the Year with a batting average of .285, a .361 on-base percentage, 22 home runs, 61 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. In 10 starts on the mound, he notched a 4-2 record with a 3.31 ERA, 1.16 walks, and 63 strikeouts. His 2021 season has been considered one of the greatest seasons ever by a two-way player after going 9-2 with a 3.18 ERA and hitting 46 home runs.
He does, in fact, square it up. Outlaw gone. 3-run blast for Ohtani. Iterashai.
Runner-up for the MLB lead in homers, 100 RBIs, scoring 103 runs to capture the AL MVP. Ohtani's exploits in 2022 have led him to back-to-back All-Star selections as a pitcher and hitter, to now becoming the face of the MLB. The only reason the man isn't number one on the list is due to the longevity or postseason success of the two men ahead, but Ohtani has certainly made baseball fun again. If he keeps this up, he will not only be the number one Japanese player ever, but the number one player ever.
Number 2, Hideki Matsui.
Whenever Matsui's name is mentioned, what comes to mind is his epic nickname, Godzilla. It is fitting because the hitter terrorized pitchers like the mythical sea monster terrorizing the city. Fortunately for baseball fans, Matsui landed in the perfect franchise to make his name, in the New York Yankees, and did damage with the bat. In his first major league at-bat, Matsui roped an RBI single. A few games later at the Yankees' 2003 home opener, he became the first Yankee to hit a grand slam in his first game at the stadium. Matsui was also an Iron Man for the team because his consecutive game streak lasted until the 31st game of his fourth season. Yes, it means a mind-blowing 518 consecutive games. It is still a record for a player to start his career. Godzilla's farewell to the MLB came in 2009 when he came up clutch on the big stage of the World Series by winning a ring.
Welcome back, the 2009 World Series Most Valuable Player, Matsui.
An MVP by hitting a preposterous .615 average, 3 home runs, 8 RBIs. Matsui was also the first Japanese player to hit a home run in the postseason and World Series. That man was awesome.
Number 1, Ichiro Suzuki.
The first word that comes to mind when we think of Ichiro is accomplished. As a member of the Oryx Blue Wave, he won 3 Pacific League MVPs, 7 batting titles, and 7 Golden Gloves. He became a trailblazer as the first Japanese positional player in the major leagues. Then he hit the ground running for the Seattle Mariners, winning the AL Rookie of the Year, an MVP in 2001 by leading the league in hits, stolen bases, and average. Ichiro then averaged 200 plus hits in 10 straight years, while being named an All-Star in each of those years. Over his 19-year career, Ichiro compiled 3,089 hits. Combining those with the 1,278 he had in Japan, Ichiro well surpasses Pete Rose for most hits of all time. What makes Ichiro the pure hitter is that his career average never dipped below 300. Yes, Ichiro was greatness personified.
And a ground ball back up the middle, and there it is. He's a new all-time hit king in Major League history, number 258. My, oh my!
Well, all right. Do you think I got the order of this list correct? Who would you take out or put in? Let me know in the comment section below, smash the like button, and subscribe to the channel for more premium sports-related content. Until next time.